Well, hi everybody, it's your buddy OldZorro. We are out today just enjoying the lagoon. Today's episode is going to be kind of special. We are going to be working on some redstone work. Oh, you like how I row with my armpits? That's pretty good, huh? I don't even have to move my arm, just flex the armpits and I row. We are going to be doing some more redstone work today. Uh, And we're also going to do something kind of fun. At the very end of the video, stick around. We're going to go ahead and show how we do these lightning bug effects that you're seeing in the background right now. It's a fun little project. It doesn't take a whole lot of redstone work, but it's really cool and does a great effect for your builds and for your community. We've had some requests to show that off, and we're happy to do that. So stick around for the lightning bugs. And stick around for just enjoying some nice relaxing time. I don't think there's anything that can just disturb the relaxation and the calmness of this time. Stick around. Well, I guess nothing could disturb this moment except for a loud fiery ball explosion. Ugh. Anyways, hey everybody, we're down here in the mysterious Z Cave where we do our redstoney experiments and other mysterious things. Today I wanted to talk about a little bit more about redstone characteristics. Now, it's really, we covered the basics. We showed last time how we can connect things up with redstone and a power source to make things happen. Mostly turn on lights. There's thousands of things that you can do with the redstone, with the power, and so on. But we're just going to be talking about the basics right now. But some of the strange things about redstone are what I wanted to talk about today, and the characteristics that it has. And it can get very confusing and very frustrating when you're starting off new working with redstone. Some of the things that you think should be so simple and so easy turn out to be so hard. And it's usually because of a misunderstanding of some of the basics of redstone. So let's go ahead and talk about that right now. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the Z cave and into this area here. Now you notice we've got some lights in the wall, but I don't have them powered on right now, and I've got that for a reason. We'll talk about that later. But I do want to talk about some of the characteristics of redstone. Now, redstone, seems very, very simple. Actually, let's go ahead and do it this way. I'm going to put down a piece of redstone. I'm going to put down a redstone torch. Look at that. It lights up. And I'm going to put down a redstone lamp. Bingo. We have a power source, we have a conductor, and we have the object that we want to have the reaction from the power, in this case the light. Now I notice the redstone, when we set it down, as I mentioned last week, you can pretty much tell the path of the redstone by the way it looks on the ground. And in this case, we have the redstone lamp there. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the redstone lamp. That shows that you've got the redstone pointing towards something that it can affect. If I take out that power source, bam, it goes back to just a dot on the ground again. So redstone, think of it again as a wire pointing toward whatever thing you want to work with. Now, let me show you a little bit of a peculiarity about redstone. If I go ahead and make a line here, and I put the power source down, you notice we have power going all the way along the edge. Now remember how I talked about the redstone has to point to what it's going to work on? What happens if I drop the lamp right here? Let's find out. Nothing. It doesn't power up. Why? Because the redstone is not pointing to the device you want to have powered. Now what if I want to, how do I do it in this case? Well, we see that the redstone doesn't automatically point to what you want it to point to. So in this case, we can't light that up unless the redstone is pointing into the lamp. I think that makes sense. I'm kind of droning a little bit. Sorry about that. But let's see, how can we change that? We can have a redstone lamp once the redstone is pointing toward the device. let's go ahead and see if we can play with the redstone a little bit to change that. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to move it around, move it around. It's a very long, weird path, but notice now we've wrapped it around so it points toward the item that we want to have lit up. All right. So again, no power if the wire is going next to it. You know, if the device is next to the redstone, but we do get a reaction if the redstone is pointing right into it. So I can do this, for example. All right. That is actually very confusing for a lot of people. Now, what about this redstone torch here? This is a power source. What happens if I put this power source? Well, let's see. Yeah, let's do this. What happens if I put the power source right on top of the lamp? What's going to happen? Let's find out. Nothing. It's power. It's connecting to the device that we want to have turned on, but it doesn't turn on. Why is that? I don't know. It drives me crazy. Everybody, that starts off with redstone thinks, well, that just makes sense. You're connecting the power source to the device that you want powered, but nothing. It's not lighting it up. Yeah, I know, that's counterintuitive to me too, and I can't give you a good reason why it doesn't work, but it doesn't. And that is what can get very confusing to people working with redstone for the first time or doing their first devices. Now, there is an exception to that rule, which I'm going to show you in just a second. But first, let me get another block down here. And I'm going to put down 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What happens, we kind of talked, I think we showed this last week. What happens if I power this up? Well, the very first light comes on. Why? Because we have powered the block underneath it. Now, will that work if we power a block next to it? Let's find out. Well, this will be kind of fun too. This will show you a little characteristic about redstone that I think you might like to see. Okay, redstone can climb blocks. See that? It shows you again how I've mentioned several times that just follow the path of the redstone to tell you where it goes. What happens now if I power up this redstone? It does turn on that lamp. The block is now powered, but the block touching the redstone lamp will turn the lamp on. Isn't that odd? That just seems okay. Yes, that makes sense to me that we have power there. But what doesn't make sense to me is that why doesn't it turn on when we have power right against it? Maybe somebody who's smarter than I am can mention that in the comments why that doesn't work. But it just doesn't. Alrighty. Now here is let's see, okay, I've got something fun to try. Let me set this up. I'll be right back. Okay. Now, a little odd configuration. I'm going to show you something with a path of redstone. Let's go ahead and turn that off. I want to turn off the power source for now. Let's take the redstone right here across the block. Notice the redstone is traveling up the side of this redstone lamp all the way down. Let's even run it past it a little bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put a power source at the end here. Which lights do you think are going to turn on, if any, at all? We've got the redstone on top of this row. We've got the redstone next to this row. And we've got the redstone below this row. Which lamps are going to turn on? Let's find out. The ones on the bottom only. That's because the redstone is touching or right against the lamps. Now again, explain to me why that works. But that's it. Not turn out that red, but that doesn't. now you get a little odd peculiarity about redstone. The redstone torch. Yes, the redstone torch. Let's go ahead and knock this one out here too to make it a little bit easier to see. So the redstone will turn on the light that it's connected to, or that's sitting on top of. The light that's powered will power the ones that are to the side of it, that it's touching it on the side. But a redstone torch itself will not power the one it's on top of. Okay, it's just a little peculiar. And I don't really have an explanation as to why that works that way, but just know that it does. So a redstone power device is a good thing to have. So this redstone torch is powering this lamp and this lamp, but not this one. The redstone that's sitting on this lamp is powering the lamp underneath it, and but not the I should say the one underneath it, but not above it or next to it. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're working with redstone. If you're wondering why it seems like the device should be turning on, why isn't it? Well, just think of the peculiarities of redstone, why something works, why it doesn't. A big one again is that redstone underneath a lamp will turn it on when it's not touching, but a redstone torch on top of a lamp won't power it. So it's counterintuitive. Now there's going to be some things about the redstone torch that we can do. We're going to be talking about NOT gates down the line. We're going to talk about reversing the polarity later on, but that's all things down in the future. So just keep this in mind right now. One other thing I wanted to talk about, since we showed you a little bit of this right now, is how to set up redstone dust on an uneven surface. So give me a second. I'm going to set up something to kind of demonstrate that a little bit. Okay, I wanted to show you a little bit about how redstone travels, or you can climb redstone to get to lamps or other objects that you want to power up high. Let's say, for example, I would have a light up in that hole right there. How would I get a redstone signal up there? Well, let me give you an example. Tell you what, let's make this a little bit higher. Let's make this climb a little bit more, just so we can show the principles of what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to go up one, and jump, place. Up one, and jump. Okay. How do I get a redstone signal from here to there? Pretty simple. Tell you what, one more thing. I'm sorry. I'm making this up as I go along. Let's do that. And let's do that. Okay. So if I want to get this signal up to that lamp up there, how would I do that? There's a couple things I want to show you about the characteristics of redstone that you need to keep in mind. Now remember, I keep telling you that, and I know you've got this down too, I just like to repeat myself, just follow the signal. The redstone will tell you where it can go, what it can do. Now we've got a little bit of an area that we need to cross to get up there. Can we go underneath this block? No. Now, it might look like that this signal is continuing down to the bottom there, but did you notice when I place this redstone here, it's just a little blob on the top of the brick. That tells us that it's not connected to anything. It's just sitting there. When I set it here, it turned into two lines because it's reacting to this placement. It's not reacting to this one down here. So if I was to come back here and power it up, you notice the signal stops right there. It doesn't continue on. Okay? Now, how can we fix that? Well, and what we need to do is either remove this block or add a block in front of it. I'm going to go ahead and remove it just so I can show you what the redstone does when we remove the block. As you can guess, it's being pinched off right here. The redstone is not allowed to continue off because we have these two corners connecting, which is crimping that area. So let's go ahead and remove the block and see what happens. The redstone is now signal is now allowed to continue on. Okay. So how do we light up this this block up here? What can we do? Well, a couple different things. Go ahead and think of some ideas. Obviously, there's many ways that you can get that block lit up. Let's just start over here on this side. One of the more common ways that people might do it is to create some steps that'll go on up to the lamp. And that works too. If you've got the placement, if you're hiding this behind walls or something like that, that would work just fine. Notice follow the signal. Let's go ahead and get a light over here too, so you can see a little bit better. Follow the signal. We have a continuing line all the way up to the top. Let's see if it works. Okay, all the way up, and it works just fine. Okay. So that's really all I wanted to talk about with Redstone today. Play with your placement. Think about, you know, what might be cinching it off, what might be discontinuing the signal from going on. But that's really all I wanted to talk about today. We talked about where you can place redstone, where you can't, where you can place some of these redstone torches, where you can't. If something's not working, take a look at the principles we talked about in this earlier part of the video to see if there's something there that a characteristics that's just not working. Now I'm going to give you a little homework, so give me a second just to reset things up, and I'll give you a little brain teaser to work on before we see each other next time. Okay, we are back. Here is the puzzle I want you to work on your own. If you're interested, if you'd like to try this, great. But here's a deceptively tricky thing to do. What I would like for you to try is, did I bring any switches with me? No, I didn't. Let me, yes, I can make one. What I would like you to do is to go ahead and see if you can create floor lights like this. We've got space 4 apart, 4 down, that you can turn on and off with a switch, with a lever on the wall, or a lever really anywhere. But in this case, I put it on the wall. I'll tell you what, make it a little easier. If you want to try an advanced one, try it with the lever on the wall. If you want to try not so advanced, which is perfectly okay, do it with the lever on the floor. What I'd like you to do is to see if you can create a floor light system that'll turn on when you hit a switch. Okay? It's deceptively tricky. There's lots of different ways that you can do it, but it uses the principles we talked about today. Go ahead and see if you can do it. If you can, take a screen grab and throw it in our Discord page. I'll have a little homework area on our Discord, and you can, if you're not a member of the Discord, OldZorro Creaky Buzzard Discord, there'll be a link in the description below. But go ahead and give it a try. See if you can figure out how to set up the redstone to light up the lights on the floor. If you want to, just go ahead and mention in the comments what you would do if you think that'd be easier. But yeah, just for fun, let's see who can figure out how to light up lights on the floor. And we'll talk about this in our next video, some techniques for doing that. Okay, well, I hope this has been helpful. Now let's head on back over to the Creaky Buzzard OldZorro Team Up World, where we can show you the placement of the I should say fireflies, or the lightning bugs, as we promised. All right, we'll see you there. Hi everybody, I'm back, and you may notice I'm in a different but familiar spot. I have moved on over to the Creaky Buzzard OldZorro Team Up World because we have so much of this the lightning bugs already, fireflies already set up over there behind me. I thought it'd be a great place to just show off how we do the build and the effect that it produces. So let me go ahead and turn around, and I'll show you how we actually build the firefly effect. Now, first we put down a piece of iron ore, or I should say redstone ore. Not the redstone itself, not the redstone block that you get from combining 9 pieces of redstone. It has to be the ore itself. Okay. I could get into reasons why, but I don't really understand them. But just know that you have to have the redstone ore, and you get that by mining with a silk touch pick like we have right there. Okay. Now you also need an armor stand. You put an armor stand on top of the redstone ore. Now, did you notice how this block just kind of turned to a little brighter color? Let me do that again. And take that armor stand, put it on top. Now it's staying in that state. I didn't see it get darker. But it changes its state just a little bit, having an entity block on top of it. Again, something gets a little complicated. I'm not going to try to explain it. The next thing we're going to use is one of my absolute favorite pieces in the blocks in the Minecraft world, and that is a observer. Now, an observer looks at something, looks at a block, and checks to see if the state of that block changes, or if something about that block changes. Now, there's some internal stuff going on that I don't really understand with redstone ore, where a random signal gets generated as there is a entity block standing on top of it. So I know I just may have said some stuff to you that makes absolutely no sense. That's okay. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either. But we're going to have this observer block look right into that redstone ore. There's going to be a random signal every so often the observer block will pick up, and the observer block will send out a little brief tiny redstone pulse. Now I'm going to run some redstone dust off of that. I'm going to put a redstone lamp there. And if we're lucky, because it is so random and it takes a while actually, we may see this block. Actually, let's go ahead and throw two of them down. That'll double our chances. So that, put down the armor stand. We're going to put the observer. There it went. You may have just saw it. I wasn't looking directly at it. But anyways, okay, let's see. That'll double our chances of seeing it happen. You heard that noise? So did I. I'm going to get attacked. Well, I'm out here doing my tutorial. How rude. Come on. Kill the horse. Is it just one? Yeah, it's just one. Okay, got him. No, there's more than one. Where's the other one? I don't have time for this. Okay, I guess I don't. They're going to leave me. All right. So let's see if we can stand here long enough to see if this happens again. Okay, there was one. It is so random that it may take a while for the other block to go off. Okay, there it goes again. So you see we're getting a random signal at no specific time between the pulse. So what I am going to do now is take my diamond pickaxe, because I'm going to need that to get the ore in one block. Let's go ahead and pick up everything, and we will show you how we bury those signals. I should say we bury these devices. Now, okay, now we're getting more visitors. You know, I might just have to go sleep. Yep, got them both. Yeah, you know what? Let's go to sleep, because this is just going to keep on happening. Be right back. Okay, so here we are across the lagoon. This is where we have the firefly set up. Now, one of the things I want to mention, when we set this up, oh boy, look, I've been standing here being attacked by creepers and skellies. So let me eat while I tell you what's going on. Oh boy. Now, when we set up the fireflies, you may have noticed when we were up on the building here just a few minutes ago and they were sailing through the lagoon, you can't really see the lights themselves. You see the effect of the light. You see the shine of the light against something else. So that's because we're hiding the redstone devices. We're hiding the lights in such a way that you can't see the redstone block. And right in front of me is a real good example of that. Let me walk on up there and take a look. Notice how we got this little hole right here? Now that's not just a random hole. That's one that Creaky used to set up a redstone or a little redstone lamp signal. See the redstone right there? See the redstone dust that goes to it? This is randomly firing off, but you're not going to see the lamp unless you get this close. You're going to see the shine of the light through this little hole here. Now, Creaky has gone ahead and done this, and look at that tree there. That does not look like a natural tree, does it? I'm not exactly sure where Creaky has put all of the lights, but she spread them out around here in a random way, hiding all of the redstone devices so that they have a little hole. Oh, that looks like there might be one right there. This would be kind of fun. Let's see if we can find them. Yep, there's one. So she's hiding the redstone lights so that, or lamps, so you can see them when they shine, but you can't see the lamp itself. There's another one. There's another one. Oh, well, okay, she did make that one a little more visible. I'm going to hide it for her. She may not be wanting me to hide it, but I'm going to. There we go. So it's a little bit more hidden. And she's got these things spread around the whole hillside here and on the back. And she's got some hidden up in trees. She's done a really great job of hiding these little things so that the firefly effect looks like it's going all over the place. Yeah, I bet you there's one over there. Look like one? What do you think? Could it be just a random hole in the wall? Yes, it is. So you don't know where it's going to show up. Well, let's go bury a couple so I can show you the effect that we're looking at. Oh, there's one she hid with a little bit of grass in front of it. Yeah, great ideas. Is that one? Yep. That one there. Okay, well, let's take a turn. Let's go ahead and hide one ourselves. Let's put one up behind the... Oh, does she have one up here? I don't want to get one too close. Nope. Okay, good. This would be a good spot we can hide one. Oh, look at that. There's another one. Boy, she's got them everywhere. Hey, great job, Creaky. I don't want to get it too far away because I don't want it to get that hidden. Okay, there's my spot. I thought I had one. Do I have? Yeah, here we go. I've got some shears. So let's go ahead and take our shears and grab some leaf blocks. All right, let's go hide our own redstone light. Okay. Now, if you remember the configuration, we put the redstone down, we put an armor stand on top of it, and I'm actually even gonna, can I hide this now? Yeah. Let's go ahead and hide this by putting that right there. Right there. I'll hide this more in a second. We can do one of two things. We can put a signal, I should say the observer, right into this. We can either have the redstone lamp right at the back of this observer because that pulse of redstone will light a lamp, or we can run some redstone to the lamp. I think in this case, since we are so compacted in the amount of space that we have, we are going to go ahead and put it right against the observer. So now I want to hide all this by putting some grass blocks in there. I should say some leaf blocks in there. Okay. How about on the other side? Is it visible? Yep. And there. Okay, so now we've hidden a little firefly light. Let's see if we can make that look a little bit more natural. There we are. So we've got a firefly hidden inside there. There we go. And we'll wait till night to see the effect. All right, let's go ahead and bury one more. Where do we want to put this one? Has she got anything down here? Yep, there's one. See it? Why, she's good. She's really good at this. How about over here? Yeah, let's go over here. Ah, she beat me. All right, well, you get the idea. I think Creaky has done a fantastic job in hiding the fireflies around here, so I'm just not going to put any more in. But I think you've got a real good idea on just exactly how that effect works. So let's go take a look and see what it looks like from the top of the house. I'm going to jump up there on top of that house. I'm going to speed up time so that it'll be night, and I will meet you back up there when everything's ready to observe. All right, it is getting to be nighttime. The moon's coming up. The sun's going down. We should be in for a little bit of a light show now to get an idea of how that works. Yep, there you go. And the signal is so random. It's good to have more of those devices. If you've got the resources to do it, then fewer. You will see the pulsing light coming on and off more easily or more often with the more of those random generators. So I hope that was fun. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. It is a really cool effect. Let me go ahead and turn around so it'll flash behind me. Fun effect, and it really will spruce up any kind of home scene that you have or anything around the lagoon or around the house. It might be fun in the village to have the little villager babies go running after fireflies. It's a cool effect. I hope you like it. Go ahead. I'd love to see more fireflies around more builds. So feel free to use it and send us screen grabs in our Discord channel of what you've built. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you coming on by, and I enjoy your time always. Feel free to keep watching us. We are going to be trying to do some dual streams in Discord with the Creaky Buzzard and myself, and we're really looking forward to that. We'll give you more information for those of you that watch our Discord. Follow us on our Discord channel. We'll go ahead and put more information there, I should say in the comments below, so you can check us out in Discord. But thanks again, everybody. I appreciate you coming on by, and we look forward to seeing you next time on OldZorro Does Minecraft. Bye, everybody.